Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we'll present to you the process of importing an electric steam generator under CIF Incoterm 2020. This transaction is being made between Vin and EU Flex Limited Liability Company located in Binh Xuyen District, Vĩnh Phúc Province, Vietnam, and the seller, New Flex Technology Limited Liability Company in An Son, South Korea. Now, let's get into the detail.
Getting to know partners is important when making business decisions. In this contract, the seller is New Flex Technology Limited Liability Company, is one of Korea's leading enterprises in the field of manufacturing and commercial trading in electronic components. The company offers single-side, double-side, multi-layer, rigid, optical, embedded, built-up, and IPH flexible printed circuit boards as well as metal printed circuit boards. Its products are used in connector cables and subboards, cell phones, laptops, TVs, and LEDs.
The time of the purchase contract took place on March 20, 2021. In the exporting countries, Korea, the rate of increase in traffic volume was recorded to fall in the second half of last year amid heightened uncertainties such as the prolonged COVID-19 situations and disruptions of the global supply chain due to a series of mutations. However, Incheon Port was able to achieve the highest container traffic volume in its history and continued growth by operating an emergency management system that supported export and import logistics. Yet, the traffic volume is also followed by a high chance of congestions at the port, which can lead to limited space at the container yards and a slow process of paperwork. In the meanwhile, the latest COVID-19 outbreaks in the importing countries, Vietnam, were basically brought under control. As of 21st March 2021, 11 out of 13 provinces have not reported additional cases. That is to say, Vietnam has few barriers to the productions or import of the electric steam generator. It's the overviews of circumstances that happened outside, but what about the parties, the product itself?
On the other hand, the buyer is Vin New Flex Limited Liability Company, located in Binh Xuyen District, Vĩnh Phúc Province, Vietnam. Vin New Flex Technology Company received directed investment from New Flex Technology Company in Korea. Founded in 2018, the company focused on producing electronic circuit boards (PCBs). Therefore, with the export-import activities between the holding New Flex Technology Company in Korea and Vin New Flex in Vietnam, it can be easily seen that the holding company has a more favorable advantage in these negotiations. As a result, New Flex Technology can negotiate for more stages in the transactions to ensure quality. Moreover, as Vin New Flex is a subsidiary of New Flex Technology Company, both parties have established a supply chains for years, which is also the reasons why the process of negotiating and the process of making the transactions is not too complicated. Next, we will have a brief review of the product, the electric steam generator and its market. When it comes to the market of the product, electric steam generator can be considered as a kind of boilers, and the market for this kind of commodity is pretty diversifying regarding the model, such as electric steam boilers, oil-fired steam boilers, or gas-fired steam boilers. The price for the market is also really competitive, as there are many suppliers for these goods. Vietnam has been able to produce the steam generator. However, many of the electric steamers in the Vietnamese market are imported from foreign countries due to the convenience in utilizations and the suitable designs for many purposes. Regarding the specific information of the product, the model of these commodities is XO21-021A21. The producers of the commodity is TOPS, which is the abbreviations for Technologies Optimal Plating Solutions. The weight of the steam generators is 700 kilograms and the H8 code is 84031000. The machine is made by Tops and was sold to Newflex Technology Company in Korea. It was then exported to Vina Newflex Company in Vietnam for productions in this country. About its feature, electric steam generator or inspection-free steam generator is a kind of vertical boiler with 99.8% efficiency, which takes electricity as energy. The outstanding characteristic of these machines are small in size, lightweight, flexible mobility, fast heating, and can produce a large amount of low-pressure steam. Thanks to these characteristics, it has a lot of advantages such as being friendly to the environment, flexible and convenient installation with small occupations. The machine includes two parts, electric steam boilers and the condensate tank. These machines can be used in the food and beverage industry, canteen, washing and ironing industry, packaging and labeling, etc. As Vina Newflex mainly produce full assembly PCB circuit boards, steam generators can be used in operations, packaging, or labeling the final product. The AHS code of the product is 84031000 and is described as boilers. According to the Vietnamese export-import tariff in 2021, the goods only must bear a 10% VAT tax. As both Vietnam and Korea are members of the World Trade Organizations, the applied tariff on this good is MFN tariff, which in this case is 0%. The boilers also can be applied to preferential tariff, as Vietnam has signed the VKFTA and AKFTA, and this good was in the list of products which can enjoy the preferential tariff according to these agreements. In case Vina Newflex wants the good to be imported with the preferential tariff, it will also need to have the certificate of origins. However, since the MFN tariff and the preferential tariff are equal to each other and equal to 0%, there's no need to have CO to enjoy a better tariff.
So now, let's watch the brief negotiations of the contract between Vina Newflex and Newflex Technology. To have a clearer picture, I will explain the detail as well as analyze the reasons of the contract.
Hello, Mr. Lim Gu-han. I am the representative from the Vina Newflex Company. We have talked briefly via email about upcoming projects a few days ago.
Hi, Mrs. Lim Ji-yeon. Nice to meet you again. It's such a pity that we could not meet in person.
Definitely. Let's get down to the business. Our company wants to negotiate the price and the quantity of the good.
Yes, I have read the inquiry that you sent me. And as far as I'm concerned, your company wants to purchase one electric steam generator for the production process, right?
Absolutely.
So here's the price our company set for yours. The price for one set of electric steam generators is $25,640.57, which includes the main part. It is the electric steam boiler and the condensate tank.
That sounds reasonable. I think that's a pretty good start establishing the contract with your company. The easiest part is finished. Let's move on to discuss the distribution problems. Could you tell me the time and schedule of the delivery?
Well, I believe the delivery date of the product should be 30 days after the day we sign the contract.
Could you elaborate on that?
Okay, so the product will be delivered to Haiphong Port within 30 days after the acceptance of the purchase order. So we have finalized the time of the delivery, but I think the important issues here is how the products are delivered and the responsibilities of both parties.
From my point of view, based on our current situation, the best option is using CIF Incoterms 2020.
Yeah, I think that it is suitable for both of us. We have more understanding about the importing conditions in Vietnam, and vice versa. You have more understanding about the exporting conditions in Korea. We can also mitigate the risk on our side too.
So I think that is the best deal for both of us. So let's move on to the payment term. I suggest that we use TT form.
That's a smart choice, I would say, because as far as I know, LC form is much more complex than TT payment term.
Okay, so that's all I want to discuss with you about the contract. Thank you for spending your time with us.
No problem.
Our company set a very high bar for the quality of the product. I believe that your company should be carefully checking the machine before delivering to us.
Absolutely, that is our obligation of delivery. However, your company's responsibility is assign staff or third parties to check material, certification of the equipment, whether it matches the content of the contract.
I think we should also consider the breach of the contract in case anything wrong happened.
Okay, I totally agree on that.
In this contract, both quantity and price are clearly specified in the contract. Vina Newflex ordered from Newflex Technology Company one set of electric steam generator, and the price for one set is $25,640.57 US. The date and the contract number is noted clearly in the contract, and the contract is written in English. This contract is signed in March 2021. The electric steam generator will have to be delivered to Haiphong Port within 30 days after the acceptance of the purchase order, PO. A contract is a legal document and a PO is a commercial document. If accepted by the supplier within a reasonable time frame, the PO becomes a contract. Therefore, the delivery date should be 30 days after the day signing the contract. Delivery within a specific time period is reasonable because ocean freight is a complex process and may depend on weather conditions. The seller, Newflex Technology Company, will deliver the goods to the buyers, Vina Newflex from Incheon Port to Haiphong Port. The goods are delivered by sea freight, and both parties agree to use CIF as the terms of delivery. According to Incoterm 2020, when using CIF as the delivery terms, Newflex Technology Company must bear the risk for the goods until the goods are on board of the vessel. Newflex Technology Company must pay costs for loading and packing the goods onto the vehicle, the local freight charge, trucking cost, export clearance cost, cost of loading the goods at Haiphong Port, cost of chartering a vessel to carry the goods, and insurance cost. And Vina Newflex Company will pay for the cost to deliver the goods from Haiphong Port to their factory, such as unloading cost, import clearance, and trucking costs. Do you guys guess the true reasons why they choose these delivery terms? Okay, the reason here is, firstly, Newflex Technology Company will understand more about the exporting conditions in Korea, and vice versa. Vina Newflex have more understanding of the conditions in Vietnam. Therefore, dividing the obligations through CIF will assure the benefits for both parties. As Vina Newflex has FDI capital from Newflex Company in Korea, choosing CIF is suitable as the holding company can protect the machines until it arrives at the factory in Vietnam. In the case of delaying the process, seller agreed to the buyer to compensate for the buyer with 1% of the total value of the contract per one delayed day, except the case of natural disasters or reluctance of seller. In this case, Vina Newflex Company used the payment terms TT and the US dollar as the payment currency. about this term of payment. A telegraphic transfer, also known as telex transfer, is an electronic method of transferring funds utilized primarily for overseas wire transactions. According to the contract, after the order and documents have been sent to the buyer via NewFlex, the buyer will write a remittance applications forms and send the documents together to request the telex transfer to NewFlex Technology Company in their favor of 100% total amount of goods. Then it would typically pass through a nostro account in the correspondent bank in Korea. Here is Industrial Bank of Korea before the payment is fulfilled to the seller. The payment needs to be done within 60 days after signing the contract. Some of you guys might question why both parties agree to use TT instead of LC. Well, TT will be best used if the two parties have enough trust in each other and have established a long-term partnership. In this case, the two companies have a close relationship with each other. Therefore, the process is not too complicated, and the arising transactions are also easier and faster than using the LC form. Moreover, the cost of TT payments through banks will be less than LC. And here is the beneficiary's information. Furthermore, both the sellers and the buyer do not use their own currency but choose the currencies of the third countries with the higher liquidity value. This is more convenient when paying the value of the order between banks. The machine will have to be checked by NewFlex Technology before delivering. However, NewFlex will assign staff or third parties to check materials, certifications of the equipment, whether it matched the contents of the contract. In these situations, seller can request buyer for discuss to cancel the contract if the equipment is not delivered on time. The seller cannot carry out the contract and the buyer agrees. If buyer does not follow the article in the contract leading to the loss of the seller can request for compensations and buyer need to follow. In this case, natural disaster will be exceptions. If the contract is cancelled because of the seller needs to pay back the money for the buyer. So how is the process of this order carried out? Firstly, the buyer, NewFlex Company, orders the seller at the partner's site in Korea, which is NewFlex Technology Company. After negotiating the terms related to the quantity, the price, the terms of delivery and delivery date, and signing the contract, the seller will prepare the goods, check the quality, and pack the goods for delivery based on the delivery date in the contract. The seller prepares the goods and ensures the productions in order to meet the delivery times and check the quality. Here, NewFlex Technology Company send the test report and the catalog of the goods for further quality confirmations. As NewFlex Technology Company has previous experience in conducting, exporting, and importing transactions, NewFlex will directly take care of checking the goods, book the vessel, take the booking confirmations, and prepare for the documents needed for the exporting procedure. After finding a suitable shipping vessel that meets the requirements for the goods and transit time, NewFlex Technology Company contacts the shipping lines, Riobeauty and S, gets a quote for freight and surcharges, the schedule of the vessel, and negotiates for the shipping price. After reaching an agreement, NewFlex Technology Company sends a request for booking including information about the shipment, such as port of departure, port of destination, quantity, type of container, requirements for empty containers. Riobeauty and S agrees with the booking and sends back the booking confirmation, commercial invoice, and packing list form to NewFlex Technology. Once NewFlex Technology Company and Riobeauty and S have reached the agreements, NewFlex Company can take the empty containers and pack the goods as set in the packing list. NewFlex Technology issues the packing list to the buyer so that the buyer can check the delivery quantity and quality and a commercial invoice in which include the order value, terms of delivery, and payments. In the packing list, the seller will have to give details of the information for the goods and how it is packed. Here in the packing list, the seller gives details of the parts of the product. The machine is described to have two parts, including the main parts of the electric steam generator and the steam piping material. Other measurements are also included in the packing list. Net weight of the machines is 749.11 kilograms, gross weight is 1,100 kilograms, and the total volume is 11.7 cubic meter. The package of one machine will be placed in a 20-feet containers with the number in the packing list. Goods are packed in full container, FCL. The commercial invoice includes the descriptions of the goods being sold and details of the price, value, and quantity of the goods. The product name is clear with the trade name and the model number, name of the manufacturer, and the manufacturing date. This is the basis for all other documents in the exporting and importing process, and compared to the information on the packing list and custom declarations, everything will have to be matched. After packing the machines, NewFlex Technology will deliver the goods to the Incheon port. The seller proceeds to buy insurance for the shipments after packing and before the goods are loaded on the ship as stated in the delivery term CIF. The seller does the export custom clearance procedure and pay freight for the shipping lines at Incheon port, freight prepaid. The cargo is confirmed to have been loaded onto the vessel number Pegasus Peta 2109W on April 30, 2021. The shipping line's Riobeauty company issues a master bill of lading after that to NewFlex Technology so that NewFlex Technology can be sent to BL back to Vienna NewFlex for custom clearance in Haiphong port. In this case, the seller sends a surrendered BL back to the buyer. Why? Surrendered BL or telex release is a message that is sent by the agents or shipping line from origins to their agents or office at destinations to acknowledge that the shipper has surrendered the original bill of lading that has been issued to them. In case the sea shipment journey is short while the BL may be delayed, it can result in inability to receive the goods. Therefore, the importer will have to bear the DET and the DAM cost. Using telex release will be more convenient and time-saving for both parties. When the vessel arrives at the Haiphong port, the consignee, Vienna NewFlex, will be notified by the carrier, Riobeauty company. The buyer needs to arrange necessary documents for custom clearance, fill in the customs declarations, and prepare for receiving the good. In custom declarations, the inspection classifications code is 2, which means that the goods will have to be checked for the relevant documents and the custom dossier submitted or presented by the custom declarant or related documents before they can be imported. As the goods is enjoying a 0% tariff rate, it is important that its documents are checked carefully in the custom clearance procedure to avoid tax fraud. This is the end of our video, and we hope that you enjoyed it.